All right, folks, good morning. It is the 22nd, episode 5, road to 600,000. Let's go. I'm going to go make some calls, live seller calls. I'll be on air for a couple of hours, maybe a few. We'll see. I do have an 11 o'clock today, so definitely do have to hop off before then. That being said, love to know who's on right now. We got a few folks. JT looks like you're on. Um, let's get going. I think I got an appointment first, and then probably go ahead and start buying some leads, some speed to lead leads. What do you guys think, huh? Let's make it happen. All right, I got Dan, William. Let's go, buddy. William, we need that walkthrough, bud. You know it's a crappy location to begin with. So we need those guys to open the house. Let's get this thing assigned, man. It's gonna be a rough one. Dooms games. What are my KPIs with property leads? I am the worst person to ask when it comes to KPIs, bro. The only KPI that I care about is what goes into my bank account, and that is it. See if I can call this guy. All right. Call failed right off. Uh-oh. Why is it failing? Oh, this is nice. Not connecting. Give me 1 second, guys. Can you guys hear the background noise, by the way? I've got a few folks next to me. Uh, Sorry, guys, gonna have to bear with me on this one. Why are they not pulling? Auto recharge. Payment methods. Why is it not doing this? Sorry, guys. For some reason, it's not auto recharging my go high level, which is odd. Zap here, Canva. Not understanding why this is the case. Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry, folks. Let's see. Let's do this now. That is so weird. It's been an automatic reload, and somehow it did not automatic reload. Well, guys, I apologize for this. I don't know what's going on. Oh, guys, I don't know what's going on, but 1 second. Let me see if this works. I wonder if something's wrong with Go High Level. Technical difficulties. So while we're having this, you guys feel free to ask me any questions you want. I'm more than happy to answer. All right, let me do the old fashioned sign out, sign back in. Maybe that would work, guys. In the meantime, you guys have any questions? Well, I do have one good news for all you folks. I am now literally 8 hours away from a 72-hour fast. So pretty excited about it. It's my I think my second or third time doing it. I do it from time to time, but it's killing me. I woke up at 2 o'clock this morning and I was hungry. How do you use pending and active to pick a lead? So I don't necessarily use that much on speed to lead. I use it more for lead Zolo because with lead Zolo, it does show just the county and the just the county and the state. I believe with speed to lead, doesn't it show the city as well? I can be wrong, but with lead Zolo, I do the pending to active pick a lead. So let me share something with you guys. Let's see. How do I do this? Okay, so for example, if I go, what county is, what do you guys want? What county is Amarillo, Texas in? All right, so once I know what county they're in, Potter County, so then now I go to Potter County, Texas homes. I got this from my buddy Hyro, who showed me how to do it. So as you can see, there's 668 um, pending and active. And so if I want to see how many are, so 568. So if you look at that, there's literally 100 out of the 668 are pending right now. So what is that? Shy of 20%. It's pretty low. So you want to be able to, in that case, you would definitely want to get that locked in pretty deep. If it's if it's 20 to 30, you want to lock it deep. If it's over 30%, you definitely want to lock it up. And that means people are buying. And if you do less than 20, kind of you don't want to spend too much time on that. Does that make sense, guys? Wait, did that make sense? Hope it did. So hopefully this thing is working now, guys. So give me 1 second. Please ring. Yes, let's go. It's working now.
Hello.
Hey, Mr. Kennett. Good morning. It's Caesar.
Yeah,
How are you?
I'm doing all right. You?
Doing good. It took us a while to get a hold of each other, huh? You're a very
Yeah.
difficult man to get a hold of.
Yeah, I'm kind of always busy with something.
There you go. There you go.
I'm wrestling with one of my grandsons right now.
Oh man, that is awesome. I remember when I used to do that with my grandpa. That's always a good time, man. Um, so it looks like you're looking to sell this property on North 3rd Street, right? Out in Ashley.
A good possibility, yes.
Okay. How much are you looking to get for it?
I'd like to get at least 30K out of it.
30K?
Yes, sir.
All right. I am pulling this up right now. While I'm pulling up, can you tell me a little bit what you got going on over there? Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
sorry, you got
no.
a lot of noise in your background there.
Is there a lot of noise? All right, give me 1
Yeah,
second. Let me put on. Is this better?
yeah, that's better.
Okay. So I was asking, can you tell me a little bit what you got going on over there while I look this up?
It's just a two-story house that still needs to have some work done to be completed.
Okay. What are some of the work that needs to be done?
Oh, it needs some drywall work, some plumbing work, little bit of electrical, and then some siding on the outside needs to be finished.
Okay. How's the roof? How's the foundation? Like the big ticket items, HVAC.
That's all good. That's all good, man. The roof's not very old, maybe 6, 7, 8 years old.
What are 6, 7, 8 years old?
The roof,
Oh, the roof.
yeah,
Okay. And you said this is a 2-story.
yes,
Okay. And it's a siding, right? You said a frame house.
yes.
Gotcha. Okay. Are you currently living there right now? Is this tenant
No,
occupied,
no,
vacant?
no, no. We live right next door to it.
Okay. So was this a rental property for you guys?
Well, at first we was gonna fix it up and move into there, but things ain't working out, and it's kind of hard to finish it. But we own it free and clear. All the taxes are paid up. We got the deed and everything.
Gotcha. How long ago did you purchase this?
Approximately 5 years ago.
5 years ago, and you bought it to live there, you said?
That was our plan, yeah, but it hasn't worked for us.
Okay. Is it because was it just too much work or
Yeah, for work for me to get done by myself. You know,
got you?
I was on
Okay.
TV
Now,
a while ago.
have you done anything
Right there.
to it since you bought it?
Oh yeah, I started deciding. Put a new front porch on it. Did some of the drywall upstairs. Still needs a lot more done.
Hmm. Okay. Now, let me just ask you a couple of quick questions here. Um, One is, if I were to fix this and rent it out, how much do you think I can rent it out for?
Oh, easy $700-800, I bet. Because I mean, if it got finished, you're looking at $100,000+ home.
How'd you come up with that?
I'm just by looking at different houses.
You see houses that sold in over 100,000, you're saying?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. The house is that big? Yeah, definitely.
Okay. And the only reason I'm asking is I'm looking all over Zillow, homes.com, all over my software, and I haven't seen a
Right,
single
and
house
that's
sell
why
it
I'm
for that
asking.
much. Yeah,
That's
no,
why
I'm
I'm
just, you know,
asking. That's why I'm asking 30, because I know if somebody come along and maybe put, let's say, another 20 in it, they're going to have $125,000 home.
okay.
I know if I had the money, I'd finish it, sell it, because I could double my money. But when you ain't got the money to finish a project, you
Yeah.
got to move on.
Well, I was gonna ask you, I mean, what's knock on wood, I'm knocking on my noggins right now. Knock on wood, what happens if no one buys this? Are you gonna fix it or what's the plan?
I'm sorry now.
No, I'm just saying, just in the small off chance if no one buys this, what's the plan? Are you gonna fix it yourself or
Uh, like I said, I haven't really tried to sell it. I don't think I'll have a problem selling it if I try to, but I haven't tried yet. So you're one of
yeah,
the first ones that's called me.
absolutely okay. And how soon do you guys want to be able to sell this thing?
Uh, quicker the better.
Okay. So if I can close on in the next 14, 30 days, that would work out for you guys.
Yes. Yep.
All right. And is this a 2-1 or a 3-1?
I think the lot's like 75 by 150 or 100 by 1. It's either 75 or 100 by 150, I think.
Okay. No, I was asking how many bedroom and bathroom is the house again?
Upstairs it's got 1, 2, 3, 4 bedrooms. Downstairs it used to have 2, but was making it into one master bedroom downstairs.
You say there's 4 bedrooms upstairs
Yes.
and
You
then
heard that
one
right.
and then and one bedroom down. So you're looking at 5 bedrooms. How many
Yeah,
bathroom?
2. One upstairs, one downstairs.
Okay, so it's 1 and 1. And you said you bought this what, 2 to 3 years ago?
About 5 years ago,
Oh,
yeah.
about 5 years ago. If you don't let me ask, and by the way, I'm still looking around right now, so I'm just trying to make conversation. If you don't let me asking, what was the what was the breaking point for you to finally start, thinking about selling?
Well, being out of work and my having some back issues, so doing that type of work is going to be hard on me regardless.
Mm, gotcha. So it's just time to let go.
Yes. Yeah. Try to get something while there's still something left.
Absolutely. Well, I was going to ask you, and by the way, the reason why I'm asking is whenever I buy properties, I love helping people out. Whenever I can help someone achieve their goal, those are like the type of, those are the kind of deals that I like to talk to my friends about around the barbecue. Um,
Right on.
yeah, so I would love to put as much money as I can in your pocket. And the only thing is I also got to be fair to my business. You know what I mean? 'cause otherwise I wouldn't have any business. Um, I mean, how much do you absolutely need, and what do you need the money for?
Like I said, if I can't get 30 out of it, it's not eating nothing. I'm not even gonna let it go, man. So I'm, I'm the type of guy. I'm old fashioned and I'm pretty bullheaded. So somebody tries to talk me down on price, thanks but no thanks.
Yeah, no, I completely understand, and I'm not trying to talk you down to anything. At the end of the day,
Right,
just like you, it's got to make sense for me too, right?
right,
The only thing is, I'm it's been taking me what 15, 20 minutes now. I'm looking everywhere. Um,
right, right on.
and I usually like to just keep it within zero 0.5 of a mile, so it just sticks within that neighborhood. I don't like crossing major highway like the West Main Street or the freeway. So I'm looking in your neighborhood, and in the last 24 months, not a single house sold for over 100,000. Actually, the most
Oh,
expensive house
right.
that sold is on East Jackson Street. That's the one nearest to you, and that one sold for 75,000.
Yeah, right across the street from me.
Yeah, so
I know that.
75,000. Now your house is a little bit bigger, so I'm not saying yours is worth 75, but if I were
The
to sell,
kitchen, the ceiling in this kitchen is original from 1914 or something. I guarantee that ceiling in that kitchen is worth $10,000.
wonderful. What matters to me the most
So,
is if someone that's gonna buy it off of me is the one that's gonna pay. You know what I mean? Like, 'cause
yep.
if I buy this off you, I'm not gonna live there. Can I mean if I buy it
That's
off
well.
you, I'm
I had people try to buy that from me. I said, no, I'm not parting with that. That's original with this house. That would be goofy.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I ran your numbers as far as like putting 20, you said 20,000. Whenever I
Yeah.
hear 20, I just add just a little bit of cushion just in case. So for my rehab costs, I put 30,000, right? So it's not too much, but just in case something else pops up, I just want to have myself a little bit of cushion. Hopefully you can understand that. The after repair value, meaning how much I can sell it for, I actually put it to 90,000, not 75, because your house
Right.
is bigger than your neighbors. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so just to let you know, just so that you understand where I'm coming from, whether we do business or not, I just like to explain myself, if you don't mind. If I buy your property at $30,000 after putting in all my rehab costs and taking care of all of my costs as far as cost of doing business, my all-in number is actually 85,000, just so that I can sell it for 90. It's hard for me to invest and risk 85,000 just to win five. You know what I mean?
I'm listening, but you can keep talking all you want. I mean, I'm gonna tell you straight up, 25 would be the bottom dollar, and that would be it. So if you can't do nothing there, we're wasting time, man.
Yeah, no, I understand. It's just 25. I mean, a lot of people, when I talk to them, they always tell me they don't want me to lowball them. And the same thing, I don't like being highballed. And so
Right.
if I pay you 25,000, my all-in number is 80 just to sell it for 90. It's just too much of a risk, you know.
All right.
Um, yeah. So this is not gonna
Sorry,
work.
sorry, waste your time, man.
Yeah, no, no worries, man. You have a good one. Oh, it can go through the back door, huh, William? All right. That door is open. All right, William, I just let him know that. Just no, two chains. That's right. Province. All right. Nice. Let me just make a note on this one. 30, down to 25. No job. Back is, need this at 9,000. I'm going to put this in long-term follow-up, guys. The reason being is he's got no motivation right now, but he did say one thing. So this is sometimes when you guys got to pay attention. He said he lost his job and his back is messed up. So yeah, right now he wants the most that he can, and rightfully so. Um, but time is a funny way of changing things around. And 6 months from now, he might start feeling it, and next thing you know, he'll be more than happy to take a lower amount. Uh, so this is when you want to make sure that you're on top of your follow up game and get in front of them. I've seen it time over time. My back and my shoulders killing me today. Okay. I think I have another appointment that I need to do. Robin. Where is my mail? Jackson, Mississippi, right, Roger? Okay, let me double check if they've signed. Why don't I have them there? They never even viewed it. Let's see. What's that? Let me call them.
This person cannot be reached at the moment. Please leave a message after the tone. After you leave a message.
Roxy. That's so funny. It helps. I mean, I listen to others as well. It helps me, makes that phone a little bit lighter, gets you pumped up. So yeah, completely understand. Thank you, thank you, and your wife. Okay. Purchase agreement for 25. Let me make sure. I'm gonna void this out. Okay, yeah, give me 1 second. Let me do this. Mhm. Mhm. 24 address. Company. Hey William, is that house vacant or is it is it vacant or do they live there? I can't remember. And this is in Mississippi, right? So what did Williams say? Yes, vacant. It was around. Okay, perfect. Just want to make sure I remembered it correctly. Sorry, guys, I'm filling out this contract because I voided it out and put in dates. Please review and will return at your earliest convenience. It's ready for him. All right, let's see if they signed William. Oh gosh, you guys, I don't know why, but my shoulder, my back is killing me. Okay, who else do we need to talk to? Oh, so Daryl, why is Daryl still here? Yeah, William, I do send through my Go High Level account. Yes, they do have autofill, but for some reason, so I have a purchase agreement with disclosure saying that I'm a wholesaler and that they're fully aware that I'm wholesaling the property. And so for some reason that one doesn't, it's not pulling all the information. So I'm like, what the heck is going on in here? All right, I can worry about those contracts later. Let's just call some sellers. How many do I have there? Okay. So Friday at 2 p.m. College bond selling on the contracts. So touch base in 2 weeks. What is that, Curtis? Oh, why is this guy here? He's already in dispo. Humberto. All right, let's call this guy. I don't think I talked to this guy yesterday.
Por favor, deje su mensaje para
All right, this guy is not calling. All right, I'm gonna send this guy to one of the team members who's Spanish speaking. Chris, if you're watching, it's going to you. Where are you, Chris? Never talked to him, but his voicemail is in Espanol. Don't even mention my name. All right, sent to Chris Summers. Nice, nice. Yeah, it's a landline. I don't need to talk to him. All right, let's talk this up.
If you record your name and reason for calling, I'll see if this person is available.
Caesar calling about North Eden Road out in Allen.
Thanks, Caesar. Please stay on the line. I'm sorry, this person is not available. If you would like to leave an additional message, please reply after the tone.
Hey, Ann. Good morning. Caesar here, calling about your property on North Eden Road. Looks like you might be looking to sell this property. I am always looking to buy out there. Give me a call when you get this. Thanks. Oh, nice and hot soup. Not soup, but it's actually water with just a quarter of a cup of chicken broth because I can't get my insulin spiking because that would take me out of my fasted state. And I'm only now 7 hours away from 72 hours. Let's go. Damn. Try the sardine diet. Dude, I kind of saw that on like when I was flipping through. Can you explain that to me? Is it just eating sardines for like X amount of days or something? What does it do? I'd like to hear about it. I love sardines. Today's Wednesday. She can't call. She can't talk. Oh, Carolyn. Let's call Carolyn. Oh, yes. This is going to be it.
Hello.
Hey, Carolyn. Good
Hey,
morning.
how are you, Caesar?
Oh, I'm doing great. How are you?
Good.
How was work?
Oh, work is work. It's
Same day.
always a nightmare.
Yeah, yeah. Where do you work, by the way? I mean, you said I didn't know you
Oh
worked
my,
at nighttime.
yeah, I work for one of the cable companies, but I work in their retention department, so it's always hectic.
Got it. Got it. Okay. Perfect. So, I know, and by the way, so I have no idea how I missed your text message.
Uh-huh.
My friend called me yesterday and is like, "Hey, whatever happened to that one deal?" And I was like, "Oh, that's right." And I looked, I was like, "Oh my gosh, she responded to my text, and I had no idea." Um, so have you sold it? Have you not sold it?
I have not yet. I've been I ended up really sick. I think it was salmonella, and I was like, from chicken, and I was like, I'm stubborn. I don't go to the hospital. So I've been
Yeah.
like really, I'm really
Oh
sick, but
no.
pretty sure that's what it was. So I was sick. I'm just getting over that. So
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I still remember when I was in college, the joke that I always make was like, dude, I kicked Sal and EC's ass. So salmonella and E. coli. There was definitely a
yeah,
couple of times when I just felt so bad, and I literally
yep.
just killed it with a shot of whiskey both
Mm.
times. It worked. So
Yeah, yep.
yep, yep. So I talked to my friend, and he's totally fine with it. He'll put it under a name within his company, so that's not a problem at all.
I'm just hearing. I'm having a little trouble hearing you.
Oh, hold on. I'm at a coffee shop, so yeah. So my friend is willing and able to move forward.
Uh-huh.
So he can put it under his name, so in that way, like you said, that since the park wouldn't allow LLCs, so that should be no
Uh-huh.
problem. And I asked him about the 12, and he's like, it's really, really tight because he's called a few realtors and they're telling
Mhm.
him like probably the top end is 50, not 55. Um,
Yep.
he actually wanted to go down, and I was like, dude, like let's just help someone out. Like she just needs to get to her
Yeah.
brother, and
Yeah.
so he couldn't do the 12, but
Okay.
like I said, he was ready to come down below 10 just because of that 55 to 50. But actually,
Uh-huh.
he's a really great guy. And I told him, like, let's just help someone out. $10,000 just gets her to her brother, and,
Uh-huh.
and you make a little bit of change. I mean, at the end of the day, by the time he pays all the costs
Yeah.
and the
Yeah.
monthly, I mean, he's also going to make probably about 10
Yeah.
as well. So it's not like he's making a killing out of this.
Yeah. So what I have to do is I have an application I've got to get to you for him. How
Okay.
how do you want me to get it to you?
Yeah, send it to my email.
o-
I'll
okay, if you
text you
se-
I'll text you my email address right now.
okay, and then I will get that over to you today.
Yeah, get that over to me today. And then what
Okay.
I'll do is I will forward that email to my friend, and then
Okay.
he'll have his team fill it out and then just email it back to you.
Yeah.
And then I'll just let them know that they know me, so that way you know who it is.
Yep.
Um, and then he'll just send you his contract to get this thing signed,
Yeah, because I
and
know
then
the
get
park
this thing
stopped by
working.
yesterday and they asked me, "Did you sell it yet?" And I said, "Not yet." And so they said, "Well, I'll," because the park is just in management. They said, "Well, we'll see if they'll buy it." And I said, "Okay." So, but I said, "I've got someone interested." They said, "Okay, well, let us know." We gave you the application. I said, "Yep, I have that." I said, "So I'm just waiting to hear back from them." So they said, "Okay, keep us up to date." I said, "I will." So
Perfect.
I'll get that sent out to you. I'm still waiting on them, so that's where I'm at. I just, I'm just talking to them too, because I don't want to deal with a realtor. I just don't,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
And
do
so
not want to deal. I'm
has
going
the
to be too far away to deal with that nonsense.
exactly has the what was the park's offer to you?
They didn't yet. They haven't told me anything. Yeah,
Got it,
no.
got it. All right. Well,
Yeah,
sell it to
they
us.
didn't.
We're ready to rock and roll.
So I'll get that over to them, to you and then back, and we'll, like I said, it's just you and them. I haven't, but yeah, I'm not going to deal with a realtor because they want to list it so high, when they're just not selling that high, 'cause when I bought this place, it was listed at 70 and then I bought it I bought it at 50, which,
Hmm.
and then I put all that money into it, and you're not even going to get the money you put into it back. You're not going to do
Yeah,
that, because the
yeah.
prices aren't there where they were when I bought it. They're not,
Exactly, exactly.
you know,
And
and the
that's
realtors, they like to list high so they get their commission. And it's like, no. And then you got to sit on it. No, I'm not doing that. So
exactly. It sits there for 6 months, and you're paying what, $700 a month for 6 months? It's
yeah,
like,
and I don't want to do that, and
yeah,
then I said, nope, I'm not doing that. I'm too far away. I just want to be done with it. I've got serious problems going with my daughter and stuff, and I just want to get it done.
yeah.
So,
Well, my guy can close as soon as all the title clears. So If it
And then
closes
how
in
does
5
that work?
days, it closes
Yeah, and how does that
5
work?
days.
What do we do after that if he gets approved?
So everything, if once everything gets approved, title comes back clear, then he wires the money to the title company, and that's pretty much it. Every state has a different way of
Yeah.
purchasing these things. So once he fills out the application, once he has an agreement with the, so I'll give you the next steps. One, he'll fill out that application so that you can provide it to the park, or if you can get like the park's contact information, he can just email it to them directly, and then
Uh-huh.
CC you on it. And then depending on each state, because some state it's just like buying a car, so you don't necessarily need a title company for it. And
Uh-huh.
some states do. So he's gonna do his research to see what needs to be done. So he's gonna
Uh-huh.
do that. And while that's happening on the back end, he's also
Uh-huh.
just gonna send like our boots on the ground just to confirm, that the the pictures represent its condition. If the pictures represent its current condition, then he's good to go.
Uh-huh.
He doesn't want to nickel dime folks. He just wants to make sure that, the roof is still there, right? Like he wants to make sure that not half the roof is gone.
Yeah.
And so he's looking for just like the big ticket items. But other than that, if
Okay.
everything is set up, then we should be good to
Yeah.
go.
Okay. It sounds good.
Okay,
All right. Yep. Because I know everything's good here, so I'm not worried about that. So,
perfect.
alrighty.
And then
Okay.
also, what is your email? I think I have your email address here. Just give me 1 second, okay?
Yep.
Um, so your email address, Carolyn Kokoski. So pretty much your first name, last name at gmail.com. Perfect. Okay. So we'll go ahead and do
Alrighty.
that. I'll have them draft up the agreement, and then I'll have them send it to you as well. So
Yeah.
at least
So,
there's an
like I
agreement
said, I'll
between you
get
and him.
that sent. And there might be. I don't have the application in front of me. There might be theirs. Theirs could be right on top to send it back to, and that's fine if he does. If their email address is on top, to send it back to, he can send it right back to them.
Okay. No
Yep.
worries.
He doesn't have to send it back to me. Okay.
Perfect. All
All
right,
right. I'll
Carolyn,
talk
let's
to you
get this
later.
thing going. Let's get you
Okay.
close here
All
with your
right.
brother. Okay, bye bye.
Okay. Bye bye.
Let's go. Let me call Claude real fast. Can you guys hear that phone ring? Uh, yeah, I was just gonna tell you. I can email it to you guys. So we're good to go for the for that mobile home. I'll send you all the info, and then you guys can just go ahead and send your contract to her. All right, and then you and I will just make our deal in the back end for the assignment. Yeah, yeah. So it's just when it comes to mobile homes, it's a lot cleaner when there's no assignment fees or anything. All right, cool. Okay, bye. Let's go, baby. That is Claude, one of the main buyers Ti- in titanium. He buys anywhere. He will buy anything as long as the price is right. So this one we actually got pretty good. It's a $10,000 mobile home on rented land. That being said, there are other mobile homes selling and sold for 50,000 and 55 over there. So that was pretty good. It's definitely got some spread. It's actually in pristine condition. So guys, I'm just gonna have to email Claude their information. So just bear with me here. All right, let's see. Maud and Charlie. All right, guys. While I'm sending this email to the end buyer, if you guys want, feel free to ask any questions. More than happy to answer them. Let's just fill up some space here. This thing trumps everything because it's money. You know what I mean? It's quickest path to money right here. All right, let's see. Here's where that you send the telegram to confirm condition. She needs to move out. The best goal is to no. What is Caravan's number? Close of escrow 218 or sooner. The seller will be moved out by the 20th or the 21st. The latest. It's like, all right, could you explain? Let's look at the questions. Quick buck. Is it comfortable to work from a coffee shop? This one it is because, like, look, there's no one here. It's kind of cool. Sometimes there are people here. So, like earlier, there were folks. So yeah, you can get a little bit annoying because people are talking, but for the most part, it's pretty cool. You guys can hear me okay, right? Yeah, I watched my video yesterday, and I don't think you guys were able to hear the background. I don't know about the seller though. So that's why I'm wearing a hoodie, so I can just put it on if and when they cannot hear me. William, could you explain the rehab estimates on a profit calculator? Extra light cosmetic full rehab. Um, so what do you call it? So when you see the pictures or when they describe it, like I always like to ask, like, what is it stuck in, right? Like, is it stuck in 2010, 2020? Like, if they're like, oh yeah, it's in 2010, 2020, and that's a light rehab, right? Just cosmetics, especially if the roof is new, the HVAC is new, and so forth and so forth. That's light. Maybe you can even go to for medium rehab. If things are starting to add up, where it's like, hey, it's stuck in the 1990s or 2000, right? Then that's more of a medium rehab. Why? Because you got to take out the carpet, you got to change the countertops, you got to do a lot of things. Um, Full rehab, if it's just extremely old, beat up, right? Gut is gut. Um, so always be more conservative. What I mean by that is if they're describing it as a light rehab, like, oh well, I live here. It's totally livable. Well, yeah, but you're not gonna buy the property from me once I buy it off of you, right? So I know you live there, it's livable for you because you've lived there for the last 20 years. But my goal is to sell this to someone, and that someone will not want a 20-year-old house. They're gonna want 2025, 2026 look to it. So I listen for key things like, oh, it's been vacant for 3 years, 5 years. Okay, well, the line that I always like to use or the joke I like to use is, you know what happens when you stop turning on and off the lights and stop flushing the toilet? Shit happens, right? So if it's been vacant for a while, it's pretty much a full rehab. William, hopefully that made sense. All right. So we talked to Carolyn. What's my Oh, and Charlie. Can you explain the process of wholesaling mobile homes, rental land? Yeah, I usually skip those as well. Lately, I've been, taking a little bit of time, like maybe a quick 5 minute call just to see. Um, so it's, and the only reason why I do it is because there's a couple of people within Titanium who buys them. Otherwise, I wouldn't do them. Okay. So few things. You want it to be 1990s or younger. A lot of times, some buyers even would just want it at 2000 and younger, right? Or 2000 and after. And so here's one thing, man. When it comes to mobile homes on rented land, the talk track there is one. If we can keep it there, then we're going to keep it. That said, there's usually a rent for that land, right? For that space. So that can add up. So thing is, you got to look at how many days on market does it take to sell a mobile home there? And if it takes, let's say, 120 days, you can let the seller know, like, hey, that's going to take me 4 months just to sell it at $700 a month. That's already $2,800 out of my pocket, right? Secondly, there's rehab. And so a lot of times people would ask for like $20,000, $30,000, but for the most part, all those mobile homes will only play anywhere between anywhere under 10,000 up to $10,000. So the talk track there is, look, we got two options. If we keep it there, then that means we're going to be paying the monthly rent. For the most part, we will probably move it, especially if we can move it. The downside to that is when we move it to one of our parks, it's going to cost us anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 just to move it, right? Depending on how far it is. So a lot of times it does cost about $10,000. The other thing is, my partner who loves to buy these mobile homes, he can usually get them from a from a company, or like from a manufacturing company, should say that, from a manufacturer, brand new at $40,000. So if I were to buy this off you for 30 and then have to move it, that's already going to cost me 40. So why would I buy a 1990 mobile home or 2000, 2010, any mobile home for the same price that I can get it at a from a manufacturer at 40,000? So that's really where people understand, right? Because you can buy a brand new one at 40,000. So in order for it to make sense, you would need it at 10, cost you about $10,000 to move, right? And so forth and so forth. Or if you sell it there, if you keep it there, you can only sell it for X amount. You got to look at your closing costs, holding costs, plus your monthly rent, because you don't know how long it's going to stay on the market. By the time you do all of that, in order for you to make any money, you're still going to need it roughly around $10,000. And so when you do the math on this one, you know, she earns 10. He earns, actually, if he gets lucky and sells it at 50, 55, he'll probably earn about $25,000 on it. The downside to that is he's taking a risk, because then now, if it doesn't sell quick, then he's stuck paying that $700 a month. So I know that was a little bit of a long, drawn out explanation there, but hopefully that made sense. Okay. Let's just make a note on this one. And come on. Send PSA directly. Be under LLC. Purchase price. Okay. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. I missed that. Use castor oil. It's good. What is castor oil, John? For what? Uh, oh, we got a lot of questions here. How many calls do you make per day, Rodolfo? You must be new on my channel. I could care less how many calls I make. What matters to me is that I go to battle 5 times a day minimum. That means I do the full pin closer formula from start to finish, and we're negotiating. They start at 100, I come in at 50, they come down to 90, so forth and so forth. So as long as I battle with 5 people minimum every single day, then I know I'm going to have 12 contracts at the end of the month. That's my KPI. That's the only thing that matters to me, because I know that's going to get me money in the bank. So the reason why I say I don't care, because there may be days where I'm talking to 7, 10 people, and so that's going to take up a whole chunk of time. And now I've only dialed 30 times that day. There are days when I can't get a hold of anyone, just having a bad streak of luck, and now I'm dialing 300 for that day. At the end of the day, I care about how many times I go to battle, not how many times I pick up the phone. And it looks like Tyler's on here. I'm sure Tyler can agree to that as well. Did the buyer get into the walkthrough? That I do not know yet, William. Let me ask. Oh, anti-inflammatory, yeah. Yeah. See. All right, Tyler, if you're watching and if you're free, if you want to hop on here, man, that would be great. Because there are times when I might have to go to the restroom. That might be good if someone else is on here. Tyler, hop on. Although I think you have a property lead live today, right? Guys, if you don't know Tyler, hop on Tyler's YouTube, and he provides a ton of value. He's one of the leaders within titanium. As you can see there, it says at Tyler Osborne. You can hit him up on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Does a lot of short videos. If you guys know Tyler, drop a 1. If you don't, drop a 2. And then let's see if I can find this guy. Nope, that's not his YouTube channel. Where's his YouTube channel? I know I subscribed to you, Tyler. Where are you? There you go. I'm gonna drop his YouTube link here. 1.5 shady. That's hella funny. All right, check him out, guys. He's pretty dope. That's his YouTube channel. All right, screw this. Let's just buy some leads, huh? All right, I'm gonna buy some speed to lead leads, guys. Let's make it happen. Should I share my screen to see how I pick my leads? Would that help, guys? Probably would. So let me see. All right. I think that one would be better. Okay, cool. So where's my speed to lead leads? Oh, all right. So right now I've got my bonus balance. So let's start with active in sale. Let's do that. And then I've got these smart lists, so you can create them. So these are like some of my buyers where they, in areas that they buy. So once you put in like the county, the state, you can actually save the filter. And when you save the filter, you're able to create smart lists. So I've got a buyer out in Memphis. So if I just want to look at Memphis deals, I can easily just go ahead and look at Memphis deals. You can see we can buy exclusive leads here. This might be a good one. I was considering someone do having project. I might buy that later. I don't like buying exclusive as much. I like buying active or sale leads. Owner occupied, 2-bedroom, 1 bath. Man, I was kind of hoping that would be a 3-2. Maybe committed to a friend who can pay cash through no contract, hasn't been signed yet. Maybe I'll wait till it becomes a sale lead. So here's what I look for. I always look for like tenant occupied or vacant. Can you get owner occupied? Absolutely. I've just had more luck with tenant occupied and vacant property, so that's what I go for. I always look for what the remodel is, right? So I always like to go for a full gut or full rehab. That said, there may be some where it's like cosmetics. So the next thing I look for is how many years they've owned it. So if they've only owned it for like less than 5 years, then most likely it is a cosmetic. But if it's 10 years or older, most likely it's more than cosmetics, right? Once again, because they've lived there. So in their eyes, it's a cosmetic property rehab. But from an investor's point of view, it's probably more. So I always look for that, especially if it's like 30 to 50 years, like all day long. The other thing I always look for is seller motivation. This one is not that strong. It says other personal reason. But if it says like death in the family or financial reasons, I mean, it's a toss up. That can mean a lot of things. Retirement, that can mean a lot of things as well. So that's pretty much that. Homeowners, should they, what? Yeah, I do look at the AI call summary. Consider selling the property if they receive an offer at the stated price. Mention being able to close at any time, and they own it outright. The property is described as having 4 bedrooms and 2 baths, and is professionally managed and maintained with no major repairs needed. The homeowner highlighted living out of state express a preference for market value offers. Yeah, maybe. We'll see. This one's 2 stories. So now this one's nicer. Why? Because remodel, right? It's more than just cosmetics. Open offer meets their expectations, saying a preference to upgrade to a larger home. 32 days. Totally good condition, though it may soon need a new roof. Okay. So let's buy this one, and it's only $29, and no one had bought it yet. So why not? Let's make it happen. All right. Any questions here? Nope. Okay, cool. Vacant. These are the ones that I bought in the past. All right. Let's see. Do we have anyone in Knoxville and Nashville? Tenant occupied. Only selling you the property no longer fitting their needs as it was originally built. No deal with that one. Tenant occupied. Homeowners considering selling a property in approximately 3 months, but not fully committed, saying we need additional time due to current cancer treatment applies to finalize tax filings and pursue financing options. Property discussed are debt fully paid off. So just to, well, let's buy this. It's only $29. What have you got to lose? All right. So we bought two leads so far. I got my late night booty call. These are for my West Coast counties and states. North Chill, New York, owner occupied. Yeah, see, I don't like that 2 to 5 years. We renovated in the past 2 years. I'm not gonna buy that. No, it's vacant, selling vacant. All right, it's vacant and they've owned it for 29 years. Why not? Let's do it. All right, looks like someone dropped something. What benefits is writing down or taking notes for you when you're talking to leads? JT, so much, bro. So much. So you're probably here. Yeah, you were here yesterday. So I take down notes whenever they're talking to me about motivation. Guys, let me ask you this. How many times have you watched a movie and you love this movie, and every time you watch the movie that you love, you're always finding new things? Drop a 1 if you guys have experienced that. I'm sure every single one of you guys have experienced that. Same thing as reading a book where you've read the book 100 times and yet you're like, oh my gosh, I never saw the character that way. And so the reason why I'm bringing this up is when you're on the phone with the seller, conversations happen way too fast, especially if you're new, right? Because you're trying to find out what's the right number. You're trying to comp. You're trying to underwrite. You're trying to listen. You're doing so many different things. And the issue there is you're so new that every single little task takes up so much brain capacity. So if it already takes so much brain capacity, why are you doing so many different tasks at the same time? Right? It's already hard enough when you're focusing on one, let alone focusing on more than one. So for me, what I've found, which took me years to figure out, and this is how I'm coaching folks, is like when you ask them, tell me what you got going on. That's an open-ended question. They can either take you to the motivation or they can take you to the condition. If they take you to the condition, that means you start comping. Condition equals comping. Okay. Now, once they start going to the motivation, that is when you stop everything that you're doing. I don't care if you're in the middle of a comp, right? You simply stop what you're doing, you put pen to the paper, and you start writing everything down. Why? Because every little information they give you, you can use that later in the conversation. For example, hey, Mr. Seller, I know 30 is not 60, but if I remember correctly, earlier you mentioned that you really need to get to your brother because your brother's doing this. You also mentioned that it's only going to cost you this much to get you there. Well, I know 30 is not 60, but 30 still gets you to your brother, right? So knowing those things is so important. So what if you didn't write it down and you forgot because you were too busy comping, looking for a fucking house that's in similar condition, and you're so caught up in making sure it's the right square footage, which doesn't really fucking matter, and you're too worried that it still has 2-1 when you can adjust the price if you're looking at a 3-2 house, right? And so writing those things down is so important. As you can see, I'm very passionate about this. It is very important for you to write it down so you can remember to use what you need to use. One of the things that I would say I'm really good at, which most people will agree, is that I'm able to retain information and use it later during the call. I don't shoot out all my loads or all my bullets all at the same time, right? I keep them in my back pocket, and at the right moment, the right time, it's when I use them. Now, I've been fortunate that I have 25 years of experience in sales, and that's why I'm able to do that. For a lot of you folks, probably don't have experience in sales. So it's going to take a lot of time and experience and repetition to have that type of skill. So, because you don't have the skill set that I have, it is very important for you to write things down and circle them. So the way I do is I circle something that's really important to them because I want to make sure I can circle back to that, right? If they say something that I don't understand, I will put a question mark. Stop assuming things, guys. One of the things that my mentor told me a long time ago is never, ever, ever put your wallet in someone's pocket. Okay. So a lot of times when we're talking to folks, we're assuming things when we should not. If you don't understand, or even if you just have a slight confusion on what they mean or what they meant by it, you should be asking, what do you mean by that? So sometimes sellers will just keep talking and you don't have the time to butt in. If that's the case, write it down, put a question mark. Why? Because you need to go back to it sometime during the conversation and say, hey, earlier you mentioned, what did you mean by that? Okay. And then I put a star on things that are very, very important to them, so that I know to once again circle back to that or point it out. So as you guys see, I'm very passionate about it. Kind of went on a long rant there, but for me, it's very, very important, especially for new folks. All right, let's see what else we have there. Different one, tenant occupied, tired of being a landlord. Okay. Oh, I bought that one already. Let's see, Rochester, owner occupied. Okay, nothing there. Let's look at Nate Young's market. Ooh, Fort Wayne, Indiana. House is currently rented, but they no longer need it. And the previous arrangement with tenants has ended. It's not had any recent updates, remodels, blah, blah. Very old. The only specific issue raised is that an aging water heater. The homeowner states that everything else is generally okay. How come no one bought this? Ooh, tenant occupied, tired of being a landlord, and inherited property. Let's see, homeowner is considering selling due to being tired of managing the rental property, which has been family and currently has a tenant. Property is 1981 house trailer. That's why. Oh, but it's a home-owned land. with 1 bathroom, rubber roof installed about 10 years ago with no known seller mentioned the possibility of building nearby acreage and express 30 to 60 days to move out. The tenant is also inherited in buying and is pursuing financing. Back the timeline. There's looking to sell with about 90 days as they are relocating to be closer to family and trying to purchasing a new house. Property has had significant updates. I don't want to. This was land. I don't want to deal with land. I was considering selling the 2 bedrooms with improved cash flow. Mentioning they typically only sell 1 property per year, and I'll keep a second one. Okay, so where was that tenant occupied one that I let me buy this one. Yeah, it's only $29. And the last one I'll buy is this other one that's for 59. Wait, hold on. Why did I like this one? Selling property via the end of the month, explaining that the house is currently rented, but they no longer need it. Okay, that's the one that needs work. All right, guys, I think that will get us good for the next hour. Does that make sense, guys, on how I buy leads from speed to lead? AI call summary is pretty good, so you get to see why they're selling. It's a pretty cool feature. Also, they just added this new AI where you can add multiple information on there. So you also can do filters. So as you can see here, where are the filters? Oh, there should be like additional filters. Oh well, I'm over it. Let me not share my screen anymore. Sweet. Now here's the big problem. It's going to take me a little bit of time because somehow my Zapier is not zapping these things. So I'm going to have to copy and paste. Actually, it looks like I bought, today's what, the 21st? Yep, so I bought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that should be pretty good for us, guys. We'll make 5 phone calls. And after that, I will probably get going because I do have a couple of other meetings I got to deal with today. Let's get a fucking deal, huh? What do you guys say? Guys, I don't know if I told you, but I've made a challenge that I'm going to, on Sunday, I decided that since there's 12 working days left for the month of January, meaning I'm cutting out 2 Sundays, I've decided to go ahead and lock up 12 deals by the end of the month. 1 contract a day. And so far, I have 3 down, 9 more to go. And I still have, so that was last night. So I was ahead of the schedule. So obviously today's the 3rd day. So I am right on schedule. Oh my gosh. Let's go, Mark. Bear with me, folks. All right. I'm going to call you Abe because I can't really say all that. If you don't mind, I'm going to call you Abe. Do you use VAs to cold call? Nope. No, I don't do any cold calling. There's really no point to do it for me. I mean, some people disagree with that because paying VAs to cold call when I can just buy the leads from Speed to Lead, it's pretty much the same. It's the same cost, and I don't have to worry about managing those cold callers. Mm. All right, guys, bear with me. I'm almost done. This is the pain of working on a single screen. One's in New York. Larry, you have a Spanish speaking lead who needs to be called. Send it to Chris Gomez. Chris Gomez needs help, and he's Spanish speaking, and he's gotten much better on closing. So send it to him. CC me on it. You can hit him up on Facebook. Create a group chat between you, him, and I. Dana, Vernon. Guys, I'm not sharing my screen, right? I hope I'm not, because I'm showing you guys all the information. That would be horrible. Whew, thank God. I thought I was putting it on there. Let's see. Do you work normally on one screen? No, but it's my second day at a coffee shop, so I got one screen. Usually I have multiple screens at my home. Have you seen the split screens for laptops? Yeah, but the laptop's still pretty small, so I think I need to buy the ones that you can attach to the laptop that you can pull out and turn into multiple screens. That's what I need. All right, guys, let us do this. All right, you guys ready to rock and roll? Let's rock and roll. Oh man, this is awesome. I'm already done comping. That's so sick. Hello?
Yes.
Hey, is it Vernon?
Who's calling?
Vernon, good afternoon. My name is Caesar. Just calling about your property on High Bridge Court out in Memphis.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it looks like you might have spoken with one of my referral partners about a couple of days ago. Are you by any chance still looking to sell this property?
Not at this moment right now. No.
Wow, what changed? Because I'm looking at the notes. It looks like you were looking to sell. Did you
Yeah, I
sell to
was
someone
looking to
else?
stuff. Hey, I got another call. It's important. I'll call you back. Okay.
All right, calling
Okay.
back. All right, I'm gonna call him back later. No, selling at the moment. So call back later and ask why. No, he said he'd call back, which he had not. All right, I'll call him later. Oh, I got lucky on this one too. Uh, yeah, JD just got lucky. Both of them are just like multiple properties sold right next to it. So I sniff the air. I know what the ARV is right off the bat. So you guys have any questions here? JT, what is your question? Can you can you give us some comping tips on prop stream? Yes. And do I double dial Chris all the time? So JT, well, it's a few things. One, I don't really change the square footage or any of that stuff. I just go, I want to make sure that it's within a quarter of a mile And then if there's not any, or there isn't too many, then I increase that to half a mile. And so when I look, I just look at the dots and see like, okay, where are the other houses that sold in the area? Um, and then I could care less about the square footage. I can just knock off 10,000 here, 20,000 there, so forth, just to get an estimate of my ARV, since everything is speculations anyway. And then the other thing is, if there isn't any, sometimes instead of like spreading out, sometimes I just like spread the what do you call it? Expand the square footage instead. So if it's like from 1,500 to 2,500, then I go from like 500 to 3,500. And I just want to see if there's any other houses in the area. Because once again, I can take off a couple of thousand here, 10,000 here, 20,000 here, based on not necessarily the square footage, but just the bed bath count. Um, that's what I do. Also, I never look at the average. Don't ever fucking look at that. Don't ever look at the wholesale price. Don't ever look at the average ARV. None of that shit matters, because that average, it check marks different properties, but some of those properties sold as is, and some of them sold as a rehab property. So if one sold for 100 and the other one sold for 10, now the ARV is 55. Doesn't make sense, right? Because you're going 110 divided by 2. So be very careful with that. I don't ever look at those numbers. JT, what about Bath County? What? Bath County, sometimes it's a mix of multiple variations. Doesn't mean anything. Got one less bathroom, take away 20,000, 25. It's got one less bedroom, take away 10,000. The bathroom is worth more because it costs more to put a bathroom in there, um, because of all the plumbing. Yeah, because of all the plumbing. That's why. All right, I need to call Jim. Let's call Jim.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 5615962.
If I could only show you guys this. This one says estimated value is 6.3 million. It's a big one, guys. Big one. Oh, we've got 7 properties. So that's pretty nice. Let's send them a text. You guys, looks like we got a couple of text messages and phone calls. So let's look at this. Finish Rob, who is this? Let's type in who is this snippet. Oh my gosh. Why are you- Gosh, I was too slow. All right, I'll work on it later. Left to voicemail the phrase that you call and it won't number the chat. Who is this fucking guy? Okay. Okay, who called me? Oh, it was Dana.
Hi, this is Dana. I'm not available right now to take your call. So leave your name, phone number, and a brief message at the tone, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you.
Hey, Dana. Good morning. Caesar here. Just tried reaching you, and I noticed you tried calling me back. I'm just calling about your property out in Knoxville. Looks like you might have spoken with one of my referral partners, or maybe even filled out a form. Either way, I just want to see if you're still looking to sell that property. Also, I noticed your area code 805. I actually used to have my office out in Woodland Hills, and so I'm here in Southern California myself. When you get a chance, give me a call back. Love to chat with you. And if you're no longer selling, just shoot me a quick text. Let me know. All right. Appreciate you. 415. What the heck? All right. No, it's too long. And let's call the last two. So, guys, if you notice, like, it's just muscle memory for me. Like, I don't think too much about it. Hello?
Hello?
Hey, this is Mark.
Yes. Yes.
Hey, Mark. Good afternoon. My name is Caesar. Just calling about your property out in Fort Wayne on Easter Day Road. Looks
Yeah.
like you might have spoken with one of my referral partners, or maybe even filled out a form. Are you by any chance still looking to sell that property?
Yeah, I'm having a real hard time hearing you.
Oh, I'm so sorry, sir. I'm at a coffee shop right now. So, can you hear me better now?
A little better, yes.
Okay.
It's according to what the price would be. I've got a
Okay.
renter in there. She's been good, so
Gotcha. Well, how much are you looking to get for it?
I think we told her 135. That's for my place and 3 acres behind.
So you're looking for 135. And is this a mobile home, by the way?
I'm sorry?
Is this a mobile home or is it an actual home?
It's a mobile home. It's got an enclosed insulated patio on front of it that we put in. My grandfather's idea was that one day he would pull the trailer out of there and build the other side.
Nice. Okay. You guys ever do it or
No, he never did do that.
got it? You currently live around here or you just,
I'm in Columbia City.
I'm sorry?
I'm in Columbia City
Oh, you're in Columbia City? Okay. Yeah. How much is the tenant paying for this?
per month.
Mm-hmm.
She's at 900 a month.
Okay. You think I can get
Yeah.
higher than that, or is that pretty much market
Oh,
rate?
yeah, I mean, you can get a lot higher than that. Only reason why I do that with her is because she promised to keep the yard mowed and take care of anything that came up along with the major.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So like she had a door handle break, she'd fix it, you know.
Gotcha. And is she on a month-to-month lease or is she on a year lease? Sounds like she's been there for a while.
She's been a good tenant.
Okay. Is she on a month-to-month lease or is she on a year lease?
I'm sorry, I can't make out what you're saying.
Is she on a month-to-month lease?
Yeah.
She's on a month-to-month. Okay. All right.
Her family and my family have been friends for years.
Oh, wonderful. All right. I'm just looking at some of the properties in the area. While I'm doing that, if you don't mind me asking, what got you looking to sell now?
What do I want to sell?
Yeah, I was just
I'm
asking
tired
what
of the
got you
headache.
looking to sell.
I'm tired of the headache, and I wouldn't mind having the money to buy a new tractor.
Nice. How much is that tractor going to cost you?
I'm not sure. Go on what I went with.
Okay. Now, you did say she's a good tenant, so what headaches do you have since she's a good tenant?
Just I don't like the headaches. Like, for instance, last summer I had to go out there and dig up the septic line or the electric line and fix the electric line.
Oh, I gotcha.
And I'm 64. I'm too old to be down in that hole anymore, you know.
You did not sound 64 at all, sir.
I'm sorry.
I said you do not sound 64 at all.
Yeah, I got down in there. I fixed that one. And we had a union break down 3 foot underneath the edge of the trailer. The
Mm-hmm.
water line comes in. And we dug that up with a backhoe, and I went down and fixed that. I don't want the hassle anymore.
I gotcha. If you don't mind me asking, how did you come up with a 135?
Well, that's my property plus my dad's property.
Okay.
My dad has the acreage between the road, or between the house and the place behind that woods. If you look at a map, you can see that there's a woods.
Mm-hmm.
That's the back of his property. That woods is his.
Okay. So how much are you valuing the acreage versus the mobile home?
I think it's 85 is what we thought.
For the mobile home or for the land?
For the mobile home, the land, and the barn pole barn that's on the property.
Okay. So you're valuing it at 85, but you want to sell it to me for 135? I'm a little
Yeah,
lost.
because we're throwing my dad's property in onto it.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, because I'm just looking at.
I've got an acre of land in the house trailer. Got an enclosed patio insulated, and it got a pole barn on it, which is totally insulated.
And you said this comes with 3 acres?
I think Dad has 3 or 4 acres in behind mine.
Okay. And then how many acres does yours have?
1.
So we're looking at a total of 4 to 5 acres?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. I'm just looking. Just bear with me for a second. You got any wiggle room of that number at all?
Yeah, maybe a bit. I mean, she wanted to buy the place. She's not been able to get a loan for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I mean, I would really buy anything anywhere, Mark. I just like you, I just got to make sure I have a little bit of meat on the bone. You know what I mean? Because if I buy this, I'm not living there. If I buy this, I'm probably gonna rent it out to someone new. Because $900 isn't much, especially if I can get it for more. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm only catching about half of what you're saying, sir.
Oh, what I was saying is that if I were to buy this, I would buy it as an investment. Like I'm not gonna live there, right? So either I flip it or
You're saying you'd be buying it to rent it or buy it to flip it?
I can do both. So it really just depends on what the market does. If I can sell it at a max value, then fine. But if I can't, then I'll just keep it as a rental and then maybe sell the land later when it makes sense. You know what I mean? Um, Now looking at the land there, uh, this. I'm just looking at what land is selling for. So, thanks for having me. Sorry again.
If you want to think about it, call me back. That's fine.
Yeah, I can make my decision now. I like to move quick. And by the way, that's what I was going to ask you too. What's the? I know you have a tenant in there. What's the situation as far as like how soon do you want to close? What's the ideal timeline and solution for you?
I think you're asking me with the tenant in there what kind of a legally she needs to get out. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
Probably 30 days, I would think.
just 30. Okay, so if we can do like a 30-day close, maybe even a 45-day close, that gives her enough time then, right?
I do know that there's a new housing addition that went in back behind that woods. There's also going to be a new housing addition right next to it on the left, on the west side of the house. That big field is going to become an addition. So if the person would hang on to it till that's all done and they pull the trailer off and pull a modular home on it, it would be probably go up in quite a bit in value.
Yeah. All right. Well, I've looked at some of the properties in the area, what's selling for, the mobile homes.
Now, my dad does have the acreage across the street too. I don't know if he'd be willing to sell it or not.
How many acres is that one?
8.79, I think.
Okay. And you said you don't know if he's willing to sell it?
If the price was right.
Okay. Well, why don't we work on this 4-1 first? I can always buy the other one. Just like you, the price got to be right for me too. I mean, what if I do all of this? Not the one across the street, but the one that we just talked about. In a perfect world, I mean, I would love to buy this like in the 80s.
Did you say 80,000?
In the 80,000 range, in a perfect world.
For my property or with the property with it?
The 4 acres with a mobile home.
Yeah, that's a little too low.
Well, that's why I said in a perfect world. So I understand you wouldn't say yes to that. Now the 135 is just way too high for me as well. So I mean, what's a good number, in between that, that can help you buy your tractor and get rid of this headache for you?
I don't know where it'll hand. To be real honest with you, I hadn't thought about it since I talked to somebody the last time. I've had like 3 people call me about it.
Mm-hmm. Well, hopefully I'm the last guy you talk to.
Might have been one of your people.
Nope, this is my first time calling you, sir. I got your number because you spoke with one of my referral partners. What that means is I just buy my leads. I have referral partners who makes who does cold calls, and when someone raises their hands, then they send it to me, and I either buy the deal or I don't. You know what I mean? Like, if not every call's a deal, and I understand that. No pressure on my end, but on something like this, I like the area. I like Fort Wayne. I buy any land anywhere, as just like you, as long as the price is right. I'm not trying to hit a home run. That said, I do got to be fair to my business, and I got to make a little bit of change.
Right. Well, if you're in business, it's what you're in business for.
That's right. That's right. So
I
what would
just
be a
closed
good
mine
number
out.
for you?
I just looked it up on Willows, and they've got it listed as 9,700.
What was that?
On Zillow, that property is listed for 9,700.
9,700.
$90,700.
$90,700. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But here's the thing. The only problem with Zillow is all they're doing is they're looking at all of the properties in the area and they're just averaging everything out. Right. And so the estimate that you see there, it's actually very inaccurate. And actually, I believe they're even going through a lawsuit right now because of the numbers that they're throwing out there. Their algorithm is not that great. Because if you think about it, a property
And I
can
bought,
have half an acre versus 4 acres. Property can be fully rehabbed versus a property that's 30 years old as is. You know what I mean? And they're not taking any of that into consideration. They're literally just averaging out all the property that's sold in the area.
well, let me think about it. Give me a call back later on this week or next week.
Yeah. And I'm totally cool with that. If you don't mind me asking, what's going to change between now and this and later this week?
I'm sorry.
I said I'm totally fine with that, but just curious and just so that I can make a note here, what's going to change between now and later this week?
I get a chance to talk to my wife about it.
Got it. Got it. Okay. I mean, is there a number that you and your wife had spoken about before? Maybe I can
The
help
one,
with
the
that.
one I gave you, yes.
The 135. Oh,
Yeah. I mean, we're not in any big hurry. I mean, I would go down probably 125, but then again, I don't know. Yeah, just give me till the end of the week and let me talk with her.
yeah, absolutely. What's the best time for me to call you back? What day
On
and what time?
Friday. Let's see, what day are we on? Tuesday, Friday, probably best.
Friday. All right. Around what time?
It doesn't matter. I'm usually in the shop on Fridays.
Okay. And this is your cell phone, right?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. And then quick question for you. What is, just so that I can look it up online, what is the address for the 4 acres?
2702.
Okay, I got it here.
My dad's is 2801. Then he owns another parcel. Its address is Gart Street, but I don't know what that is.
All right, so I just want to make sure I get this right. So the one with the mobile home, that's 2702 Easter Day. Okay, the one with the 4 acres, is that 2380 East Maury Road? 2801 Easter, and that one has the 4 acres. Okay, and that's 4 acres, right? Okay, I will look that up and confirm, and then so if anything, we're looking at 2702 and 2801. So that's what I was asking. So what address is the one for the 4 acres? Okay, so got it. Okay, I'll do some research. I just want to make sure that, if we do move forward, that we move forward with the 4 acres plus this one that you're talking about, plus the 2702. All right, sir. You have a good one, okay? And thank you for your time. Guys, sorry, I had to take you guys off. Whoa, what happened to my screen here? What is going on? Guys, quick question. Is my screen off or no? This is so weird. Oh. right? Maybe it's not. JT, when you say great question, what was the great question? I would love to know. Let me make a note on here. Call back on Friday. All right. We got one more call here. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be a bad one, guys. This guy's name is Hong. I never have good luck with agents.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available.
Hey JT, if you're still around, I'd love to know which question were you talking about.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your...
All right, let me just send him a text. Let's see. More contract. What do you say that's for? Oh man. Yeah. Already closed and funded. Let's do this one. Oh my gosh, of course. Mm, you know, see, I responded some text messages, guys. Omar, how you doing, buddy? Here, let's see. Yeah, Leo. cut off phone. Call you shortly. All right, we got one person responding back to our text messages. So let's give this guy a call.
Hello.
Hey, Jaleel.
What's up?
Hey, Jaleel, it's Caesar. Sorry, man. I just on the phone and I just saw that you texted me 3 times. Clap three
Yep,
times
yep.
if you are. I love it. That's awesome, man. You made me laugh. I was like, holy moly, I want to talk to this guy. So you're looking to get $40,000 for this property, huh?
Yes, sir.
All right, my guy. All right. While I pull this up, can you tell me a little bit what you got going on over there?
We just have a tenant there currently right now. They're getting ready to be out this month, this first of the month.
Oh, nice. Okay. How much were they paying? Or how much can I get this thing rented out for?
You'll be able to get a thousand once I finish doing the buttons up on it. I'm only doing $850 for family reasons.
I'm sorry, what was that, sir? You lost me there last
You'll be
thing.
able to get 1,000 a month.
1,000 a month. Okay. Have you seen the inside of the house? Like, what's the condition like?
Come again?
Have you seen the interior? Like, what do I need to do to get? What do I need to fix to get my tenant ready?
I'll probably have to head in there and do a quick, thorough. Before I even say, unless you're willing to come by it, how as is, I'm already gonna go and run through it and do touch-ups on whatever I have to do touch-ups on myself.
I'd rather do that. I mean, just in that
Oh
way,
yeah, if you rather
I buy
do
it
it,
as is, so you don't have to do anything.
if you rather do it, then I can go run by and make sure anything new transpiring. But I'm sure it definitely could use new windows, and that's almost pretty much it.
All right. How long has the tenant lived there?
About 2 years.
2 years. She good tenant?
No.
No. How is she a bad tenant? Let me ask you that
Come
question.
again?
I said you said she's not a good tenant. So how is she bad?
Yeah, no, not them, not them. I'm gonna
So
tell you that straight. I'm gonna tell you that straight up. They're family. They're family.
all right. So you think they're gonna mess up the place before they leave?
And I've already had a couple issues with them, so that's why it's time for them to go.
Got it. Were
So
they were they messing around with the house or were they just payments?
both. So it's just it's not a good situation for me to keep them there anymore.
I got you. So let me ask you this. Give it a wild guess. How much do you think, rough estimated, how much do you think I need to sink in to get it rent ready? 10,000, 20,000, 30,000?
10 the lowest. It doesn't need anything. It has a brand new roof. If however you want to do it with the windows, I'm pretty sure it could use probably a new paint on the inside or something like that. He got kids that he got pretty bad kids over there, so I just have to check it out and run through it again. But from what I know, it'll be nothing to run through it.
Gotcha. So we're looking at
Less
10,
than,
maybe
it should be I'd say about 10.
10, maybe 20 at the most, just in case something else
Yeah,
comes
10
up
maybe
that we don't
20
know
at the
about.
most, depending on how far you want to go with siding and windows and stuff like that.
Okay. Okay. And how much do you think I can, let's say I do all of that, how much do you think I can get it appraised for in that neighborhood?
In that neighborhood, it'll probably be appraised for about 60, 65 or something like around that.
That's what I was gonna say. Anywhere in Toledo is about 60, 65.
Mm.
I gotcha. All right. I'm almost done here. Just curious, by the way, are you after the tenants leave, are you gonna sell it, or are you gonna try to fix it and get another tenant in?
It just depends on how my offers goes. I really have not cared to sell it, honestly. I'm gonna it's gonna make me money regardless. So I ain't really care to sell it like that. But if everyone keep calling me with offers, I just give them an offer, and if someone falls through with the offer, then
Yeah, yeah.
I have no problem selling.
Gotcha. So you don't really need to sell it, right?
No, not at all.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure you can use a little bit of change in your pocket, though, right?
Um, Regardless, I have the money. The house makes itself. It makes the money for me, so I sit back and relax. So regardless, I'll be fine with either way if I sell or don't.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, from an investor to investor, first and foremost, man, I want to make sure that you at least cash out, right? Because this was your baby. Just like when I sell mine, I want to cash out too.
Yes,
That
sir.
being said, you also know that in order for you to buy one of my houses, and in order for me to buy one of your houses, there's always got to be a meat on the bone on the other side too, right? Otherwise, it wouldn't make any sense.
You're
um,
right about that.
so a couple of things. I really just look at two things I need to check, two boxes I need to check, especially when I buy in Toledo. One, I need to make sure my rent percentage is at anywhere between 1.5, sometimes even above 2%, depending on the neighborhood. So that's pretty
Right.
simple. It's just my rent divided by my all-in number. So if I can get as close as possible to 2%, for me, that's a box check. Okay. The second thing that I look at, which I'm sure you do because you have rentals, I just want to make sure that once I put in all my all-in numbers, I want to make sure that I can get at least 20% equity. So that way I can just bird out, right? I can just go to the bank and pull all my money out. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So just looking at it, I mean, if I buy this property off you for 40,000, I would be at -8% equity, all right? Because I still got to put in that $10,000 to $20,000, and I can only get it appraised for 65. So I have no equity, and I'm at 1.42% on the rent rate. So in order for this to make sense for me, I mean, I would have to be like in the 20s for it.
20s is no good.
Yeah.
But
What
I
would be
might be able to work around. Because that's just the latest offer that I have. Someone offered me, so I would be losing if I'm sold to the highest bidder.
yeah. So how much
I
are
can
you
work
looking to
with 30.
get?
At least that. Well, it's pretty much all chatter. No one's moved forward with their offer, so I can work with 30. No lower than 35.
Yeah. So here's my only thing, man. And once again, just from an investor, a lot of the people that you're
And in
talking
time,
to,
of course, it's got to make the money itself. So
yeah. I just to let you know, a lot of the people that you talk to are most likely wholesalers, right? And so they don't know what their numbers are. They get you on a high price, and I'm pretty sure you've bought properties from a wholesaler before.
I have a few actually.
Yep, exactly. I mean, heck, I wholesale properties from time to time as well, especially out in Akron. In Toledo, I always partner with, you might know him, his name's Jim, and I partner with a few other guys. And there are times when they're like, "Well, Caesar, you're all the way out in the communist country of California. I'm out here in Toledo. I just want to keep this myself." At that point, I just give it to them, and they'll make me a partner, or they'll write me a small check, right? Either way, 35,000, man. I mean, if anywhere in Toledo, as you know, it's 60, 65 tops. If someone's got to put in anywhere from 10 to 20,000, I guess
Hmm.
my question to you is, are you looking for the highest offer, or are you looking for the one that you can count on?
Both.
Yeah, I know. I bet. The only thing is, you know it too. when it comes to the numbers, 35,000 doesn't work. I mean, if I were to come to you with this house, I don't think you would pay me 35,000 for it.
Yeah. I
You
mean,
know,
or then once I'm finished, you can give me a call once I'm finished, and you know the numbers will go up.
well,
All I
I
need
mean,
is
no.
all I
Well,
need
there's
is just February, and it'll look like a new beauty.
well, there's no way in hell I'm going to call you at that point. What's the point of me calling you? I mean, would you buy one of my properties after I fix it? There's no way in hell you'd buy it. You know what I mean? I mean, that's just look. I'm not trying
Yeah,
to.
yeah, yeah. I
I'm not.
know, man. I know. Hey.
I'm not trying to make you sell it to me. All I'm saying is, it makes sense because we're both end buyers.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I understand it for sure. I understand it perfectly. I get you. I get you. But
You know.
yeah.
Now here's one thing I can tell you. Even if I wholesale this deal, this thing at the absolute most it'll move at is 25. At the absolute most. At $25,000 to you, it gives me or any end buyer 22% equity. So it's just barely able to do the Burr method. And we got to make sure that we can appraise it at 65. If it appraises less than 65, say goodbye to Hollywood, right? No burn, no cash out refi there. And then on the rent rate, that will get us 2%. So 25,000 would be, I think, where I would buy it, where any end buyer, quite frankly, if I were to sell you this property, I think 25,000 is the most that you'll pay for this.
It's a thought. I can probably rain check you on that. Maybe I can give you a call back in a couple weeks or so.
Yeah. Well, how's this, man? How's this as a thought for you?
This
Well,
number always good.
this number's always good. Let me ask you a question though. At the end of the day, I mean, if you decide to go for the 25, is that something that's going to help you out?
Yeah, no, it depends. I'm not.
I guess the better question is, what would you rather have, $25,000 or tenants and toilets? Because that's what you're going to have to be stuck with.
Yeah, I ain't got an issue with that. The tenant now that you have a new set, I had a nice run with these guys, so it's gonna be it's all a process. You know how the game goes with this. So you have a new
Absolutely.
set of tenants there coming in and redo it again.
That's right. So why don't I do this, man? I'll make it easy for you. Why don't I just send you an agreement for 25, and then I'll put an expiration date on it till, I don't know, Monday. So in that way you have this weekend to think about it. If you decide to move forward, review and sign it. If you don't, you don't. And no pressure on my end. At least you have something to think about.
Yeah, that's something to think about.
Yeah. What's your email address?
Um,
Is that G as in God, two of them at gmail.com, you said? I guess I should have just said G as in Gmail. Julio, I like talking to you, man. I think you and I are going to do business together, whether this one or any other ones. Are you, just curious, are you actively adding properties into your portfolio?
what's that?
Are you actively adding properties into your portfolio?
Yes, sir.
My man. Well, let me ask you this, just in case I come across a property that doesn't fit my portfolio, or maybe I have too much on my plate, what kind of deals do you like? So that way I can send them your way and you can make some money.
You said what kind of deals?
Yeah, if I were to come across a distressed property, like how do you usually buy? How do you make your money? Like what's a good deal look like to you?
Just if I don't got to do a lot of work to the property, if I have to, if everything's up to, as long as I'm in a win-win situation, it comes with losses. Everything comes with a loss sometimes, but depending on how deep you got to go,
Absolutely. Do you usually buy and hold or do you usually flip?
Buy in full.
You buy and
I
hold, you
started
said?
off with I started off with land contracts and stuff like that, and then just start buying full.
Okay, so you buy land contracts and can you do cash as well?
Yeah, that's what I do. Cash. I buy with cash.
Okay, perfect. And then do you usually use hard money lenders or is it just all your cash?
Cash.
Nice. All right. So in that way you can close it within a few days, right? As soon as title clears pretty much.
Yes, sir.
Got it. And then do you like my approach as far as when I buy rentals, I want to make sure that I can pull all my money out right away and then hit that 2%, anywhere from 1.5 to 2, depending on the neighborhood. Julio, you there? Did I lose you?
Yeah, what was that? Come again?
No, I was saying, do you like my approach when like how I explained to you earlier when I buy rentals? One, I want to make sure that I can pull all my money out right away, right? So I can do a quick cash out refi, and then
Oh
and then I
yeah,
was
yeah.
okay. So if you buy the same way that I buy, then at least when if and when I come across a deal that let's say I have a full plate, then I'll just wholesale it to you, and I'm not greedy.
Yep.
Just I know the price points there. I'm not one of these guys looking for 10, 20, $30,000. It's like it's Toledo, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, you got to make
Yeah.
money.
You got to be able to walk away with something.
That's right. That's right. All right, man. I'll go ahead and send over this agreement to you. And then if you decide to move forward, then I can tell you next steps. I'm pretty easygoing. All I do is as soon as we get an agreement, one, I just need pictures from you just so that I can at least get a general idea of the conditions. And then two, once the agreement's signed, I open title just to make sure title is clear. And then that's when I send out my local partners uh, and then also my contractors out there. I don't know if I told you earlier, but whenever I buy properties outside of my market, I always partner with a local investor. So in that way, I always have a set of eyes on my projects at all times. So maybe one of these days I'll call you and maybe we can partner together.
Oh yeah, that sounds like a plan, my guy.
Yep. As long as the numbers make sense for both of us, we'll make some
That's
deals together.
exactly that. If it works that way, it's beautiful for me.
Perfect. So let's yeah, let me send over this agreement sometime today. I'll text you. And then I'll even text you my personal cell phone number as well. So at least you have a
Okay.
face to the name. Cool.
All righty, my guy.
All right, Jalil, you have a nice day, man.
Same to you.
All right, bye-bye. All right, fellas. Looks like you guys got a couple of questions here. Let's see. Omar, shoveling snow. Victor, what did you say? You had a great tenant. No, thanks, honey. Yes, Victor, that's exactly what I said. No, but what he said was, wait, what did she say? Yeah, because in the beginning, he said that he had good tenants. And then later on, he said he had headaches, unless I misheard that. So that's why I asked that question. I was like, what do you mean? You said you had good tenants. Why do you have headaches now? So cool. Guys, that's at least one contract sent for the day. I've got 4 more that I got to follow up on, see if I can get any of them signed today. I think this guy is pretty good. He understands where I was coming from. Hopefully, you guys got some key ideas for that call. I think I dropped a lot of Good nuggets there. One of my favorite questions is, what are you looking? Are you looking for the highest offer, the one that you can count on? So you can see I explained that to him. He knows, guys, when you're talking to an investor, it's so easy because it's all about numbers. And once they realize that the other offer are bogus offers, you gain so much credibility. And now you're able to win the deal for a lower price just because they understand that that's where the that's where the deal moves. Cool. Hopefully this was a great 2 hours and 42 minutes. Love for you guys to smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't done so. But most importantly, leave a comment, your key takeaway. At the end of the day, the most important thing is for a new guy to come across this channel and see the key ideas that you guys got that you're able to use in your business so that they can use it in their business and close their first deal. As you all know, it's all about growing together and inspiring each other. Do I think the Toledo guy will sign? It's 50-50. At least he knows that I know what I'm doing. He knows that 25 is the right price point. Worst case scenario, when I talk to him, I can tell him, hey, look, man, if you really want this at 30, I will go try to wholesale it to see if that would work. But I need you to be prepared to come down to 25 if we have to. If he's game for that, then I'll just simply wholesale it. And then in that way, he's fully aware we're wholesaling it. And I get a lot of deals that way. I actually have 3 deals on the pipeline right now, and one of them has already been assigned and is closing tomorrow out of Fort Wayne. He knows that I'm wholesaling it. And I also have 2 more, and these are all investors, and they know that I'm wholesaling their properties. Omar, what kept you to keep pushing even though you're saying that it was too low? And he said 35 was his bottom line. Omar, the reason why I kept pushing is because he's an investor. So that's why I pivoted to what are you looking to get? The highest offer, the one that you count. Guys, he's an investor. Whether investor or not, their number one goal is to get the highest price. Of course, if it was you on the other side, you would want to do the same thing. As a matter of fact, you do that now. Whenever you try to wholesale the deal, when you're on the dispo side, what do? You try to get the highest price, right? So the same thing. So just because he said that doesn't mean that's true. A bunch of fuck off numbers. So you really just got to go through it. And that conversation could have gone the other way, right? You could have said, oh, no, I don't care. At that point, then we shut it. But as you can see, when I told him about 20 in the 20s, did he hang up? He didn't. He didn't hang up. It took him a while to respond. That means what? He was thinking. If he's thinking, then that means my number is actually closer to his real number. And his real number is nowhere near 35. Because otherwise, why would he even think about it? All right, guys, this is great. I've got my 11 o'clock that I got to go to. Thank you all for supporting me and for always watching. Till next time, let's get at it. Speed and volume, guys. Speed and volume. Just remember that.